welcome back to another episode of the AJ Sports Podcast. I am your host, Anthony Carboni, and to my left is my co-host, Justin Velche. Justin, these playoffs have been incredible. We've got 3-1 series all over the place, heading from the Western Conference over to the Eastern Conference. Some sweeps could have been made. Other cases, series could have been tied 2-2, but as we move along in this journey here, we are now looking at a bunch of 3-1 series leads. Currently, the Vancouver Canucks are playing. I have the game in the background as we are recording this. We've got the Florida Panthers leading their series 3-1. Carolina leading their series 3-1. Vegas could potentially lead their series 3-1. So can the Oilers. Colorado leading their series 3-1. Boston leading 3-1. The Rangers could finish the series off tonight. Vancouver could be up 3-1 after this overtime. But we've got a massive episode to talk about, specifically the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, we can talk about the rest of the series, but I think we should just specifically focus on the Toronto Maple Leafs because there is a lot to talk about here. But first of all, we just got to see how my man's doing over here. Justin, how we feeling, man?
Life is going great. Hockey wise, not so much. There's not really much else to say other than me getting disappointed again year after year. I mean the Avs are kicking it right now. So after game one, they've won 3 straight, which is great to see. The Avs are absolutely cruising right now. But man, this Leaf team, whoo, we got issues. And it's stemming from their play to on the bench to coach saying absolute nonsense. And it's like, what are we doing right now, man?
So what we've left off, where we left off, I think it was just analyzing game ones, game twos.
Yeah.
But as we're recording this, let's just talk about the Western Conference quickly. Edmonton Oilers play tonight. They could go up 3-1 against the LA Kings. Oilers, are playing very well. They took a nice win, game 3. Zach Hyman scoring again. McDavid finally getting on the scoreboard. Draisaitl playing well. That team is humming right now. And I think if they take the next one tonight, they're going to close it out in 5 games. It's good for the Oilers. We expected this. We both predicted Edmonton would get through. Any thoughts about that?
No, this one's over. There's just too much talent on that Oilers team for the Kings to have Danault, that shutdown line. Oh my gosh, Philip Danault, he's not doing nothing. The series is over. Too many goals. The Oilers are scoring, and they're starting Riddick today, but it won't matter. The Oilers still have this in the bag.
Vancouver Canucks tonight could go up 3-1 in the series. They are currently in overtime as we speak, or they're in intermission, about to go to their first overtime. After, we thought the Smith would be the answer. He did end up making the immaculate saves in game 3, giving the Canucks a 2-1 lead. Turns out he's injured too. So they lose their starting goalie and their backup goalie. So Alex Seelovs is in net right now, and he's currently brought them to a overtime period after the Canucks were down 3-1 in the third with 8 minutes to go. They come back and tie it. Could the Canucks potentially, if they win today, could they close it out in 5?
No, I don't think so. I think it could go a little bit longer. But
I think Nashville's going to take
the way the Preds are playing, they're playing well. They just gotta score. They've been outplaying the Canucks pretty much in every game. So look, they can still win this overtime. All the momentum with the Canucks, but who knows? The Predators can still win this game, and who knows? Go back 2-2, and then we'll see. But
maybe we'll be on air when the puck goes in.
yeah.
So we'll see here.
We'll see.
Moving on to Dallas and Vegas series. I think Vegas went up 2-0. Wyatt Johnson came up clutch yesterday with that gross tuck over the shoulder of Logan Thompson. And now an important, 2 games here going to Vegas to try and not go down 3-1 or 3-0. Dallas gets game 3, going into game 4 now, which is, I think, Tuesday. I could be wrong, or tomorrow. But yeah, very good game from Dallas. Oettinger played better, as because the first 2 games he wasn't playing well, and Wyatt Johnson with the OT winner. Well, so good for them. They had to get on the
winning game. I could see the road team winning for most of the series. I could see the Stars winning tomorrow 2-2, and then game 5 Vegas takes it. So I don't know. I get a sense this won't be a 3-1 Vegas series lead. I get a sense it'll be 2-2 back to Dallas because I just think the Stars are a really good hockey team, and they won't go down to 3-1. So I think 2-2, and I think the Stars win the next game in Vegas. It'll be very interesting for game 5.
The New York Rangers, as expected, are going up 3-0. We expected this to be a quick series, and it looks like it's going to be like that. I mean, it seems like they're playing the Hershey Bears at this point with all the injuries they've got. Now, I did get like confirmation by looking at Twitter that Sandin and Nick Jensen are warming up, so the Capitals get some good defense back in their lineup. I think it's going to be over tonight. I think the Rangers are just going to finish it off and just be done with it. It's a really easy series for them. I really do think this year, and if they don't win today, they'll finish it at MSG in 5.
Yeah, I have it on right now. The game just started. The Rangers got this in the bag, bro. Like, no shot they lose in 7. Come on now. Like, move on. Like, come on.
Moving over to Long Island, the Hurricanes go up 3-1. Now they were up 3-0, and then the Islanders in double overtime. Barzell with the tip scores and bring the series to a 5-game stop. So now going back to Raleigh, Carolina, if that's how you even say it,
Yeah, yeah.
they're going to play the Islanders in game 5. I think the Hurricanes are going to shut this one down the way they've been playing. They lost in overtime, so what? I think the road for the Islanders is ending in Carolina. I think the Hurricanes get it done in 5. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I, I don't know. I just feel like teams, purposely lose game 4 just to win the series in their home arena. I think, you know what, the Canes really didn't care. Like, they probably know. They probably think too, like, they have this in the bag now. Go back to Carolina, get it done, and just move on. Like, the Islanders got
They
no shot.
started, so they started Sorokin in game 3. It wasn't working. He gave up 3 goals in I want to say in like I don't know period and a half, and then they put Varlamov in, and I guess they seems like Varlamov's the guy. Now they committed to Sorokin for 8 years on like an $8 million
Oh, the
contract.
Rangers have just scored.
Okay, look at that. As we said, 12 minutes in. I mean, they started 12 minutes ago and the Rangers scored. So,
50 seconds in, Capo Caco with the first goal.
wow, look at that. Rangers already score. But yeah, I mean, the Islanders, I think it's done for them. Like Varlamov, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like I really have no words. That the fact that Sorokin is just not on his game, he can't play, and it's tough. He's like it's ruining this team's playoff chances. I know Varlamov's a good goalie, but like Sorokin is better, but his game is way off, and now they're suffering because of that. He was hot in the regular season for a little bit, then he struggled. Then they put Varlamov in net, and then he's the one that's been carrying these guys to the playoffs. And now they try to go for Sorokin game 3 to switch it up. It ends up screwing them over, but they did end up getting the game 4 win. But 5 games it's done. They got a lot of reassessing to do in the offseason on specifically who their number one goalie is going to be, and some depth scoring, and maybe I'd say depth scoring, and then figuring out who's going to be the starter next season.
Yeah, I don't know. I just get a sense that I mean, now they have to start Varlamov now every single game until uh, their season's over. Like Sorokin, you put him in for like half a game, and he already sold you. Like enough's enough. Like this is now clutch time, clutch moments. Varley is a starter now. He has to start game 5, and let's say they win. Okay, go back to New York, and then who knows? Game 6, then we shall see. But no, Varlamov, clear starter, and there really shouldn't be any discussion.
Battle of Florida. Battle of Florida. We thought it was going to be way more competitive than what it is right now. We both had Tampa winning the series. Florida ends up going up 3-0. 3-0 they go up. But game 4 with the miraculous magical powers of the NHL doctors and the physicians and the people medical staff after breaking a fibula in February 8th against the Rangers. So after what was supposed to be a 6-month recovery, Mikhail Sergachev returns to the Tampa Bay lineup in Game 4 and makes impact. I think he had a couple points,
Yeah, he had an
and the
assist.
Tampa Bay Lightning force Game 5 after what we thought might have been a sweep, but considering that Sergachev's back, the Tampa Bay Lightning, honestly, out of all the teams that could come back and win, I think Tampa could do it.
Oh, yeah, no, honestly, I think Sergachev on the back end is just absolutely massive, and I think he really just got the group going. I think everybody was just having to see him back, and look at that, he comes back and they already win. I could honestly see the Tampa Bay Lightning coming back and forcing a game 7. Like I could envision it because we know they're capable of beating Florida, and I know they're capable of beating Florida in Florida. Okay, I honestly believe the Tampa Bay Lightning will win the next game, go back to Tampa Bay for game 6, win that, and then force game 7. I don't see this ending in 5. Like, how are you going to tell me the Tampa Bay Lightning with the odds of Duclair, Dumba, now getting Sergachev, Kucherov's unbelievable season. What they're going to lose in 5 games? No shot. The Lightning will get this done. And I still think they will win the series. I honestly believe that.
Really?
Honestly believe.
Wow. I lost a lot of hope for Tampa. I mean, down 3-0, and not a lot of, I think 2% of NHL teams win down 3-0. So
Yes, but there's still a chance.
Don Cooper's message really inspired me. Like
John Cooper,
he,
W coach, unlike Sheldon Keefe, Cooper knows how to get his guys going. Did you hear that
before
quote?
I know, but before we, so yeah, we think Tampa could come back. Who knows? But we're gonna talk about the Leafs. But before we talk about the Leafs, R.I.P. Bob Cole, one of the greats in the game, probably the greatest commentator of all time. Hearing his calls, man, he was insane. I know Justin and I weren't like we weren't there back in the '90s and the '80s to listen to his commentary, but hearing his game, him commentating his final game against with the Habs and Leafs, listening to that game, listening to some even on YouTube, just searching up his calls, one of his greatest calls, has always been very inspiring. Like he's been a very big face in the hockey world. He's the Wayne Gretzky of commentating. And rest in peace to Bob Cole, absolute hockey legend, one of the best, one of the greatest in the game. Great hockey minds as well.
Yes, rest in peace. One of the best commentators of all time, and things like that happen, man. But let's just go on to something else because it's sad.
Sad, it's sad.
Just rest in peace.
Okay, so let's talk Boston, Toronto. Last we left off, Austin Matthews picks the puck up out of the air, does his little dangle, and they tie the series 1-1. Since then, we come back to Toronto. They give up game 3 in a tough, close contest. Okay, they played okay. Marner was finally coming back. They still had no Nylander, and they lose. Okay, we expected to go 7 games. They drop 1 in Toronto. Okay, game 4, Saturday. That had to be one of the worst Leafs performances I've ever seen in my entire life. They came out flat. They had no grit. They were complaining. There was arguing on the bench. Nothing. That was pathetic. That was pathetic Leaf hockey. I feel so bad. Oh, the Canucks score. Elias Lindholm gets the overtime winner, and the Vancouver Canucks go up 3-1 in the series. Live on air as I'm watching. Vancouver, about a minute in, they get the goal, and it looks like it was Elias Lindholm or it was Connor Garland. I could be wrong. But the Vancouver Canucks win game 4. In Sloves' first playoff start, he gets the W, going back to Vancouver to close out this series at 5.
Wide open.
It was Lindholm. There we go. There's the deadline ad right there. Unbelievable. Live on air right here.
What is that? He just unmarked. Okay, bro.
Connor Garland. Dude, nobody got Lindholm there. He just buried it. Boom.
Just left wide open.
Wow.
He loves. Wow.
All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Back to what we were saying. The Toronto Maple Leafs need to change something. Structure needs to be changed. So, after watching that game, let's look at this, analyze the goals. Ryan Reeves gives up a very bad giveaway. Very bad. And none other than JVR, former Toronto Maple Leaf, James Van Riemsdyk, gets the first goal, 1-0. Then, in the second period, more penalties, undisciplinary penalties for the Leafs, gives the Bruins their power play back, which has been incredible in this series. They end up going up 2-0 with Marchand. Marchand over to Pastrnak, 3-0. Booed off the ice in after the second period. And then Marner gets a really nice goal. It was a really nice goal.
Very nice.
3-1. Very nice goal. And that's it. Boston takes a 3-1 series lead, going back to Boston with the chance to close it out in 5. The message was clear. The Toronto Maple Leafs are not a playoff team. Mitch Marner's not a playoff type of player. They are poorly managed, and they give up. They gave up that game. They looked distraught. They looked terrible. And it's unacceptable for a team to be in this kind of market with all the pressure, with all the past years, with this team has been the best built I've seen in the past couple seasons, and they ruined it. They had 2 home games. They had home ice advantage, and they blew it. And their series is over. And now they're going to head into a summer where things are going to see change. What did you think of that game?
I thought it was a complete embarrassment to the fan base. I thought it was a complete embarrassment to the organization. And I thought one, they could possibly force a game seven because that's just how they roll. They love losing game four, love winning game five, love winning game six to bring it to seven. But I also thought, dude, now they're arguing with each other on the bench. I thought, oh wow,
All that was caught was
this could
Nylander saying to Marner, "Stop fucking crying, bro. Stop
it's not,
fucking crying, bro. It's not
you know,
junior anymore."
and that showed me another thing. Like there's a frustration level. There's a frustration levels where you can say, okay, they can have this talk at intermission, right? Behind closed doors when no cameras allowed, right? But this was another level of frustration where, dude, these guys know that there's cameras on them 24/7. Okay, you play for the biggest hockey market in the entire world. Okay, that showed me that Nylander doesn't care anymore about if they're friends. Matthews doesn't care if they're friends. They could have just had that conversation behind closed doors. No, he had that in front of the whole world. Okay, that showed me that they're fed up and that dude, like, they're not kids anymore. This is not 8 years ago, one of their first playoff series. This is now almost a decade of the same nonsense, and you can tell they're getting fed up. I'm so sick and tired of Sheldon Keefe now saying, "Oh, the effort level was there." Okay, you can have the
Read
effort
that
level.
quote actually. So
You,
what Morgan Riley said, he said, "I didn't think we came out flat." And then Sheldon Keefe in the presser said, "Nothing wrong with our effort level here tonight. Guys are competing, guys are trying. It's a good team over there, and it's limiting us. You can question a lot of things, you can't question the effort." The fact that the coach does not realize the team's effort in that game, what is brutal. That
he's
is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Sheldon Keefe, that's a fireable statement. Sid from Tim and Sid, formerly Tim and Sid, said that on Twitter. It's a fireable offense right there. That is brutal. The fact that he did not recognize that his team came out flat and that they're not taking any responsibility. Marner, no responsibility taken from him. He has not said one thing. Oh, the effort has been, we're playing a tough team over there. What are you talking about? You're at home. You have the opportunity to tie the series. This is like the most important game. You do not go down 3-1 against Boston and come back. It's hard. The Florida Panthers did it, whatever. You're the Toronto Maple Leafs. You have a bad history against this team, and you have home ice advantage. What do? You lose game 3. Okay, whatever. We get game 4. Game 4, pathetic. They came out garbage. That team sucks. I'm so sick of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews, Willie Neither, all this talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs being good. Whatever. I'm sick of it. I'm done. These guys are trash. No, nothing will get this team out of its own misery without some accountability. Accountability is one thing. The fact that Keefe, Riley, Marner, all these guys are not taking any accountability for what happened is pathetic. And that just shows what kind of people they have in the organization and running the organization and coaching that team. It's
and
brutal.
it shows multiple things. It shows one, um, Sheldon Keefe, he's gone after the season. Like, I don't care if they win the series,
Has,
he is gone.
has to get fired.
And you know what's so funny? He's like, "Oh, Boston's got a good team and they shut us down." I'm sorry. When you look on paper, our team should be clear of the Boston Bruins, okay? And then you want to go out there and say, "Oh, they have a good team." Yeah. Aren't we supposed to be one of the best teams in the league? Like, what do you mean? And then we're not
Most of
executing our
it.
chances. Yeah, we're not executing our chances because like your statement goes stale in the locker room. Like the guys don't listen to you anymore, bro. Like you've been here since what, 2020, and we've lost like every single first round. Okay, except for last year. Okay, wow, congratulations. Okay, a lucky bounce off a skate. Okay, in game 6. Wow, phenomenal. That was our best moment ever since the rebuild has started. Okay. Actually, maybe drafting Matthews. Okay, but still, this is unacceptable. Okay, and I'm so tired of people saying, I've said this for years. I've said we're not going to win with Marner on this team. We're not going to win with Riley as our best team man, and we're not going to win with Sheldon Keefe as our coach. And I've said this ever since Berube got fired. He has to be coach of the Leafs. And people want to come here and tell me, oh, well, Justin, Berube doesn't fit the play style, or he won't work with this Leaf core. Oh, I'm sorry. Sheldon Keefe has been here, and nothing has worked. He lets the guys be athletic. Okay, we built this team around athleticism, quickness, and oh my gosh, we have like no grit. Okay, how about you bring in a Stanley Cup winning coach, okay, who actually knows how to build a Stanley Cup winning hockey team, okay, and get like I'm so tired of Keefe has these guys playing. Berube won't have these guys playing this style. Dude, the style hasn't worked. What style do we have? Dump and chase? Dude, we don't even chase the puck when we dump it anyway. We're scared of going in the corners anyway. Okay.
Specific
Okay.
Marner. He does not put any effort in chasing pucks
And
because
then,
he's afraid.
then yeah, and then Marner's are throwing his gloves on the bench. Dude, you're not like 15, 16 anymore in like a junior final. Okay, stop. Okay, you're in a playoff final. Go do something on the ice. Okay, yeah, you scored a great goal. And what did you do for the rest of the game? Absolutely nothing. Okay, I'm
I
so
want
sick and tired. No, 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 no.
I want to
I'm so sick and tired of these guys making excuses. Okay, there's no more excuses. You go in Boston, you win game five. You come to Toronto, win game six. Force game seven, you win game seven, and then we'll have a discussion. Okay, if these guys don't do anything in the first round, I'm telling you, get Marner. Okay, I tweeted this yesterday. You're getting Marner to Utah, and you're giving Matthews what he wants. Clayton Keller, you give Matthews Clayton Keller. Okay, Utah rebuilding, expansion, not even expansion, just relocating. Okay, Marner is a more well-known dude than Clayton Keller. It's just facts. Okay, we know Matthews and Keller will be that great duo. I know that. I get a sense. Marner is not built for this. Okay, I get him off this hockey team. He's scared. Okay, even the guys in the locker room are frustrated. Maybe they're actually seeing what these Leaf fans have been seeing for years. Oh wow, maybe they're realizing after 3, 4 years, maybe he's just not that guy. Maybe they're finally realizing. You know what's funny? These guys want to come here and say, "Oh well, we don't check social media. Oh well, that's a distraction." Broski, we're not stupid. We know you guys check social media. Okay, don't come here and lie to us. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Of course they're going to be checking social
Yeah,
media.
like come on.
You're telling me after a game like that, they're not going to be like looking at
Like
what other people are saying? Like
like
they're not watching Steve
don't lie to us.
bars or not? Like, come on, bro. Like it's brutal.
And then
There's no accountability. Like I said, no accountability for these guys. And I want to point out an example here. I've seen David Pastrnak take a beating in this series. A beating. He's been getting hit. He's been getting slashed. He's been getting checked. Now, I don't see him complaining. I see him getting his ass back up off the ground and scoring important goals, sealing the deal, going up 3-0. Marner looking at the ref. Oh, where's the call? Goes on the bench, throws his gloves. Matthews and Marner talking, Nylander talking. Man, that is a pathetic gong show over there. It's brutal, it's unacceptable, and it's irresponsible, and it's immature. It's all of the above. It's bad. The Toronto Maple Leafs are finished. The fact is, they might not even have Austin Matthews playing game 5 because of his illness or whatever he had. He did not play in the third period due to an illness he apparently had in game 2. So now we're going to blame illnesses now. Okay, I've seen people play with broken things. You can't play with an illness? You don't care that much? $13 million for what? For what? For nothing. To score one goal in 4 games? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm so sick of this team. They want to get paid the big bucks? I'm sorry. Who do you guys think you are that you deserve all this money, over $10 million, to have 6 points between the core 4 in all these games? Marchand is making $6.1 million, has 6 points in this series. The core 4 has 6 points. Marchand has more points than all 4 of those guys, or the same amount of points as those 4 guys. That make up, what, 50% of the Leafs salary? It's pathetic. It's brutal. This team needs to go into the offseason, get a new coach. They need to figure out which one of the core 4 is going, because the core 4 is no more. They need to get rid of and blow it up. Blow it up. There's I want to say there's 5 guys you keep on this team. That's it. Domi, Matthews, probably Woll, because I think Samsonov should be gone from this organization.
Oh yeah, I'm
He's
keeping
gone.
Willie. I'm keeping
I'm
Willie.
keeping Willie, and I'm keeping McCabe. Everyone else, gone.
They're just
Riley,
Riley's gone. Marner's
not
gone.
doing it. Not doing it. Marner's got to go.
You know what? Okay,
JT.
nobody's
Where
taking
is the leadership from
nobody's taking
JT?
that contract. Nobody will be
Nobody's
taking.
taking the contact. Where is JT? Where is he hyping up the boys? He's the captain. He wears the C. He wears the C of probably the most well-known Canadian team besides the
Okay.
Habs in the league. Where is the leadership? Where is the accountability from everybody? That wasn't shown in the press conference, and we are left with more doubts for this team not coming back in this series. Because if they would have admitted, okay, we had a stinker, we had a shit game, okay, I can get behind that because we saw that. But for you to come into this press conference and defend the effort, defend the effort level, the past like 10 games they've had like the most they've had in a playoff game was 3 goals in the last 10 playoff games. 1 for 14 on the power play. You're telling me the effort was there? Where? Where was the effort? Where? Tell me. Because I didn't see anything. I saw a team that looked lost and look, they didn't even look desperate. They didn't care. They didn't care. They showed no heart. And it clearly showed because now they're down 3-1 going to Boston. Game 5. Swayman's been on his head playing a hot goalie. It's over in 5 games.
We could have had Swayman. Another thing, dude. Even if we get miraculously somehow win this series, dude, we're so far off winning a Stanley Cup. Still, it's actually unbelievable. Like our defense nowhere near good enough than the cup contending teams. Goaltending nowhere near good enough. Okay, and you could say, oh, our forward core is pretty good. Yeah. Have you just seen what the Oilers have been doing? To the Kings. Dude, McDavid like 3 points a game. Draisaitl scoring goals. Hyman, who would actually help this team a lot. Scoring like 2 goals a game. Like, huh? Meanwhile, our guys are struggling against a Boston Bruins team who, dude, their best centerman's like Charlie Coyle, and then their defense is like Shankirk and like McAvoy. Like, what are we doing? We're so far off. It's not even like like it's not even in question about us winning the Stanley Cup because we're nowhere near. We're not close. We're not close. We get into the playoffs for absolutely no reason. That's exactly what it is. We get into the playoffs to hopefully win a series, and then that's it. Everybody will be happy. We're so far off. Even if we get through the series, we're not winning anything. Okay, just get me to the off season. Okay, just blow it up because I'm so sick and tired of this. Like,
it's bad. I know. And you've been a fan for so long, and it sucks because you watch these games, you give your time and effort. You paid money to that team by having all those posters in the back of your room. All that Leaf stuff for what, man? For what? It's bad. It's Brad. It's brutal, and it's unacceptable. The fact that the message has been sent from Keefe. He clearly is delusional. Clearly, his players are immature still after they went through I don't know how many losses in the first round.
all immature.
They went through all of that. They went through all of that, and they're still throwing hissy fits on the bench, complaining that there's no call. You play till the fucking whistle blows.
Yeah.
Stop complaining about calls. John Tavares was complaining about a call. Where's the call? Play the game.
It happens in every game. It literally happens in every game.
Play the game. That's it. It's that simple. Marner throws his hands up in the air. How old are we? These guys are in their like mid-20s. John Tavares is like 31. It's immature. They've been through the ringer. I don't know how many times playing Tampa, twice. Montreal. They played the Panthers in the second round. They played the Bruins.
And they cut Blue Jackets in the bubble.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely shut down by a defense.
They've been through the first round ringer so many years, and they still don't get it. And now they want to make excuses. They want to say the effort was
migraines.
Riley said he didn't think they came out flat. Oh really? Oh really? Okay, oh really? That building was booing you off the ice after the second period. They were booing you out of the building. They were booing you. And you want to tell me that your effort was there?
The fact
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's pathetic.
You know what's so funny? The fact that our so-called best defenseman, Morgan Riley, is now lying to us, saying, "Oh, the effort level was there." Oh, I don't see Yossi lying to his fans. I don't see Makar lying to his fans. I don't see Victor Hedman lying to his fans. I don't see Shea Theodore lying to their fans. Like, what are we doing? Like again, it's just immature. Riley's been here 11 years. He's done absolutely nothing instead of a Norse candidate season 2017, 7 years ago. Okay, he's not it anymore, and he will never be him. Okay, it's that simple. Okay. Now, Leaf fans will still be delusional on Twitter. Leafs management will still be delusional, in the organization, and everything will be fine with them. But as a relatively like, okay, be honest. Am I an honest am I a delusional Leaf fan?
You're not delusional, but you know what's gonna happen. Like
Okay.
you're realist.
Okay, thank you. So I'm a realistic Leaf fan.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is my point. Everybody else is delusional, thinking, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna win with these guys," even though it's been almost a decade without winning. How much longer? What are we gonna do this another 10 years? Like, stop this. Brad Treliving, I don't even rate the general manager, bro. I don't even rate him, and I
Well,
know for
I feel bad for him because he was put in this situation with these
I don't
guys.
feel bad. He didn't have to come here. He chose to come here. Nobody told him, okay, you have to GM the Leafs. He chose to do this to himself. And I don't even rate him because of what he did in Calgary. I don't. It's just
Yeah, it's bad. And I mean Shanahan. I don't see Shanahan in any of the press boxers when they're playing. I just see Tree living by himself. Clearly, Shanahan's just in his own head as well. Because I mean, he's the one that's blocked all of the Dubas trades. He's the one that's blocked all of the Lamoriello trades. He's the one that's blocked off now Tree Living's trades. Probably, I would have
oh,
traded your prospects for a better. What's that?
Capitals have just scored.
Okay, 1-1, whatever. He's blocked all these. He's blocked all these trades. He should be gone. He brought in Keith. Keith sucks, clearly. He should be the first one that gets fired because
Yes,
he cannot bring this team together. They need a guy like Joel Quinville to tell these guys, shut the fuck up and listen to me. I'm the coach here. This is how we're gonna do things. Not this, oh, it's okay, man. It's okay, Mitchie. You played you scored a
dude,
goal.
they're all like
You
holding.
scored a goal, Mitchie. You scored a goal. You got us within 2 goals. You played a decent game. Dude, you're avoiding hits on purpose. You're avoiding going into the corners on purpose. You're feeding guys. You're sending the puck to guys who can be in vulnerable positions to get hit. Like he puts the puck in situations where he does not have to take a body check. A body check. And in this series, Austin Matthews has the third most hits. He's at least, using his six
He
foot four,
tried.
240-pound build or
See,
220-pound build. Mitch Marner, though, I don't care if he's 190. Start mixing it up a little bit, man. Like Wendell Clark was known for like being a good like a points getter, right?
yes.
He still said, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go fight this guy. I'm gonna go after these guys. He did. And the production never went down. Why is Marner so afraid to do that? Because he gets paid $10.9 million, right? Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. These guys are pretty boys. I hate the Toronto Maple Leafs with a passion. This just ruined it for me right now. Like I was like, the dynamic of these guys before. As soon as playoffs come,
They
they
disappeared.
go back, disappear. They suck. I hate this team. They are the worst I've ever seen. This is the worst case of a team. I can never picture any other team like that. I've never seen that with the Oilers. I've never seen
No,
bitching and complaining from the Oilers. I've never seen bitching and complaining from the Vegas Golden Knights. I've never seen bitching and complaining from the Panthers. I've never seen it from Boston. Why do we see it with this team? Immaturity and lack of experience, clearly. And it's the coach too that's putting all of these ideas into their head. Like, yeah, you know what? You guys are the
nonsense.
man.
Just talks
Man, you
nonsense.
get paid bucks. Nothing is getting through to these guys. Blow up the team. Blow it up. You need to go into a serious retool after this because I really don't think they can come back with the same guys next year and do it all over again.
No, no.
I think you need to do a serious retool and really think on who deserves to be on this team next year and who needs to get the fuck off the ship.
And another thing, first of all, even before the game started, Michelle McKeith is already not thinking, wants to ruin the fourth line, who's been one of our best lines, wants to take out Connor Dewar to keep Nick Robertson, who can't finish. Like he literally cannot. Like come playoff time, he just can't score. Okay, he's not his brother. Okay, if only we had his brother. Oh my goodness, who knows what could have happened? So he does that, and then he sees a power play that is not clicking at all. We have one power play goal in like 4 games. Okay. And what he wants to
One
do,
for 14.
1 for 14, by the way. And you know what he wants to do? And Guy Boucher, also fired. Remember, he's a former Sens coach. He is a fraud. He does not like us. What Sens player or coach likes the least? He's a fraud, and he better get off this hockey team next year. He better not be behind that bench. Guy Boucher, remember, former Sens head coach. Okay, he does not like us. He's here to sell us. Okay, 1 for 14. Are you kidding me? Okay, that's another thing. And then Sheldon Keefe now, who wants to come here and say, remember, he's the head coach. Okay, he wants to see this all happen. And what he wants to do, absolutely nothing. Just sits behind the bench and keeps moaning, crying about, the efforts there. The power plays. The penalties. Stop this. Okay. He's gone. Guy Boucher's gone. Marner's gone. Everyone's gone. Okay. He's the head coach for a reason. You're supposed to change up things when you don't see what's working. And he just sits there silently. That's what he does. He's a fraud. Guy Boucher is a fraud. Marner's a fraud. Everyone is a fraud. Okay. We're so far off winning. It's not even funny. Okay. Well, it's funny for other fan bases, like the Montreal Canadiens. They're probably laughing at us. But as a Leaf fan, it's not funny at all. You know, Bruins fans are laughing. Oh, dude, on Tuesday, oh my gosh, they're going to be in that building, TD Garden, just having a time of their life. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see.
And that's where we are going to leave it. Game 5, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. in Boston, Eastern time. The Leafs have a tough hill to climb. We don't think they can do it. Let's see if they smarten up and really, if they really want to win, they'll do it. They have the pieces to do it. They did it in Boston game 2. Let's see if they can do it in game 5 and potentially force 7. We'll see you guys Friday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends. We'll see you guys on the next one, and we could potentially be talking about our round 2 predictions. Stay tuned. Enjoy, guys.